Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 for Thursday, July 7th, 2022. As I have been discussing starting here on the daily chart, that I have been running two parallel counts, both considered preferred. And as I left it last night, I believe the market was on the verge of declaring which of those counts is in action. And I believe that did occur today. And what I have done, actually, I didn't do it. I did it on the NASDAQ and then did do it on this. I'm just going to add this a little bit different so I can get this done. I am labeling now that ABC that I had in a sub-minute level as minute A. And that would take this. I'm going to edit the properties. That's a B wave, but I'll move it in a second. So bear with me. I'm sorry that I didn't get this done, but I need to just move it so that I can continue. And the B wave is over here. And thus, this A wave is up here at the 3950 high. And then the B wave is at 3741. So that's the A wave minor two, the B wave minor two. We're in the C wave minor two. And that does suggest that we need to get above 3,900 today. We got up to 914. Our next resistance on the upside is actually at 927, 928. We need to get back above that 3950 to put in a new high for wave C. That would be expected. So for tomorrow, I believe, and let me go down to that hourly chart. Sorry, I'm doing this all on the wrong chart. And here is the A. Just going to be over here. Let me just move it so that it's more correct. And the B, this still remains ugly, but I'm going to count it as a 1. A, B, C, 2. And this is all part of the third wave of C. And then maybe this is a small 4. We get up here in this fifth, we get to 39, we get above 3950, complete the pattern, put in the minor wave 2, which now has potential to go as high as 4050. Into that area, that's where wave C would be equal in length to wave A. Common Fibonacci retracements or extensions. So nothing can be discounted right now. Tomorrow, Friday, is expiration. And my attention has been drawn, which are also components of the S&P, to Apple, Google, Meta possibly still, and Microsoft. Microsoft, they could try to get up to 270 or higher. Apple, they could be shooting for at least 146. If not, you got 47, 48, 49, and 50. And they'll all come into play first thing in the morning. So Google, I believe they'll now probably try for 2,400. Now, whether they do it tomorrow, yet to be seen. But that's kind of where I'm tied to, particularly Apple. Apple has really been very volatile in terms of just price action. And that because it carries the heaviest weighting in both the S&P and the NASDAQ. So we get a lot of these quick moves and where Apple will suddenly jump 10 cents or 20 cents or 30 cents. And what it does in the NASDAQ and the S&P translates into dollars. They're moving jerking much quicker in both directions. Okay. Now, I do consider this to be still in action. So I'm looking for the C wave to get itself higher. Ultimately, it should break 3950. Now, if it doesn't, but we get up close to it and then it turns and the market hightails it lower. So likely be news driven, but turns and moves lower and has nothing in its way other than looking for bids. And so that would suggest that we drop quickly and we come down below the 20, which is at 38.82. We come down below this level at 38.60. That's where the 50, the hourly 50 is. We have the 200 SMA and the 200 EMA very close to getting ready to cross and touch. And that's at 38.36 to 38.31, and then on down, 38.15, 37.41, and then ultimately start to break down below that 36.93 level, and then on down. So lots of downside to come. But if it should start tomorrow, that's what I would look for. Otherwise, it's going to likely start from a higher level. And please do not discount that this could end up being here. And maybe it won't do it tomorrow, but depending on the structure, it may just get shoved out into next week. So I am going to leave it there. Continue to use the moving averages and the fibs and the Elliott to guide you to, when the market finally lets us know, it wasn't, we were continuing to trade what was in front of us as it was making it clear, leaving open the possibility. But I was demonstrating and speaking of what to look for. When the market moves in this direction, that's what we're, if we're looking for, look for it to get above here, et cetera, et cetera. If it starts to break down and starts breaking below these moving averages, step out of the way, something's up, et cetera, et cetera. And again, if it doesn't get above 39.50 and it starts to turn, then I think it would be ugly because it would be a failure. That's where the C wave did not take out the high at 39.50. So the high of wave A was not exceeded by wave C. That's a failure, and it's usually going to be driven by something that shocks the market. So I'm going to leave it right there. Have a great trading day on Friday. Have a good expiration, and the next update will be on Sunday the 10th.